And of course we're on the lovely celebrity Apex, and here she is now in Skagen in the port. It's the first of our 5 stops on this beautiful ship on this lovely itinerary around Scandinavia. Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. We're on the lovely celebrity Apex on our 11-night cruise around Scandinavia, and today it's day 3 and we're in the lovely port of Skagen in Denmark, and we've just arrived and we've had breakfast, and just thought I would share with you this lovely little panoramic of the town of Skagen itself. Somewhat industrial in its nature, but of course it's a fishing port, and also it is for cruise and shipping as well. So just a quick scan around sees the main part of the port area itself, and a little bit further on you can see the red roof tiles of the houses in the nearby town. So we're going to get off today and we're going to take the little shuttle bus into town, and we'll see what Skagen has to offer us. So stay tuned. And so, as I mentioned, the port itself is obviously somewhat industrial in its nature. Of course, set up for shipping, heavy shipping, cruising and the like. There's a nice little marina down in the centre of the screen, and a very quaint arrivals area down here at the bottom on the exit from the ship itself. There's a couple of coaches that are waiting for us. There is a transfer bus service from the ship to the town for €7 round trip. So if you're getting off in Skagen, that's an opportunity there for you to be able to just jump straight onto a bus and straight into the town. There's a little walk, it's about 1.2 kilometres walk into the town itself, so it might actually be worth the walk this morning. But we'll see when we get downstairs through the departure area on board the lovely celebrity Apex. So stay tuned with us as we go off today and have a look around Skagen. Okay, so welcome back everyone. Here we are now, we're off the ship and we're on the beautiful celebrity Apex, and I thought I would take the opportunity to share her with you. Isn't she a lovely ship? She's part of the Edge class, of course. Her sisters are Edge and Ascent and one other in the class itself, but I just thought I would give you just a nice little scan of her as we disembark here in Skagen. And there are some shuttles, as I've mentioned. Here they are on the left hand side, and there is a bit of a queue for those. It's €7 down to the town return trip, but we're going to take a little bit of a walk today, and we're going to take a walk through the marina and see what else there is in Skagen before we get to the town centre. So stay with us as we go off and explore Skagen. And here there is a very handy map of the route from the port to the town centre. So it looks fairly easy to do. And a very, very easy route out of the port up to the roundabout and to turn right, and then you can get into the town in about 10-15 minutes. And a very simple and very, very easy way to get out of the port. A nice little seafarers point of interest there, and then the very small gates into the port itself. And of course there are also bikes here, I believe, for hire. So if you'd like to hire yourself a bike today, you can do that as well. How good is that? And it's very easy just to get into the town. Follow this little blue line on this pathway here, and that will take you into the town around the port area itself. Okay, and so after a little walk of about 400 or 500 yards out of the port area, you arrive at this lovely little marina and a few traditional Nordic homes, sort of standard, very simple design, and then there's an area up that you can walk into the town itself. So residential areas around the centre of the town, and lots of cyclists around. That's all good. You can hire cycles, but it seems to be one of the preferred modes of transport here as well. And as you walk down here a little bit, you can see the quayside itself, and again a few very simple fishermen's residences, I would assume. I know this camera's looking into the sun currently, so it might be difficult to pick out, but you can walk down here onto the quayside and see a few pleasure boats and also a few commercial fishing vessels as well. So initially, just outside the port, this is the marina area around Skagen. So let's take a little walk up into the town to see what else Skagen has to offer. And another little view over the small marina here, and a number of little commercial stores here selling typically Scandinavian type items. And of course you can see Celebrity Apex in the background, the back of this marina, and a little fish restaurant here. It's not open at the moment, obviously, it's quite early in the morning, it's still only 10 o'clock, but I'm sure these little places will open a bit closer to lunchtime. But this is Skagen Fisker restaurant, obviously a fish restaurant, and it's quite quiet around here, you know. It's of limited population. So if you've taken the opportunity to take the transfer bus, that will drop you off here, and it's about half a mile or so away from the port. It's really a transfer bus out of the port and down the road, but there are some nice little restaurants, and there's a wine bar over here, and you can also hire yourself a bicycle for the day, and it will cost you about 70 krona, Norwegian krona, which is about £7 for the day. So you need not get one right away at the cruise port, but you can buy one. And of course there are a few people that have taken the opportunity to walk, as we did, and you can grab yourself a bicycle there. If you want to ride around the town, you can do that. And this is the drop-off point for the shuttle, and also the pickup point for the shuttle to go back to the ship. And if you'd like to see the prices for the bike rental, then they're here. So it's 90 krona for 1 day, 175 krona for 2 days, etc., depending on what you would like to hire. So divide by 14 if you are converting back into English pounds, or probably around 11, 12 if you are converting to euros. That's Skagen bike rental. Okay, so here we are now after the drop-off point from the shuttle bus, and it brings you out into this quaint little avenue which goes down both sides. Obviously there are a few bars and restaurants and small artisan shops, which is very nice to see, and it's pedestrianised, so not too much traffic, and it's in a town that is fairly small in terms of population anyway. there are only around 8,000 people living in Skagen. It's on the northern tip of the Jutland Peninsula, and nice and quiet, nice and quaint, feels very safe, and there is a particular focus on renewable energies and on cycling and really protecting the environment, so that's really lovely to see. And so as we proceed a little bit further down this little avenue, quaint little restaurants. There's a little pizzeria here, sandwich shops, and as I said, a few small commercial premises with little commercial businesses inside. And all in all, quite a pretty little area. And again, continuation of lovely little restaurants. And there's an Italian restaurant here on the left hand side, and there's a little cafe down here which apparently plays Champions League football, the Golden Cafe. So if you're here in Skagen and you need your football fix, then that's the place to go. There we are. And as we get further into the town now, more towards the centre, it's fully pedestrianised, so no vehicles allowed in this area where we're at now. And again, lovely little avenues with shops and restaurants and bars, etc. And here's Susie. Susie's here with me, and we're just taking a little mooch about just to see what we can see. Stay tuned. And again, nice little avenue with a variety of different stores down both sides, and a sort of market feel about this part of Skagen. And as we proceed still further, a little square, a little open area. Again, this is the sort of main sort of shopping strip, really. Quite quaint, quite nice, pedestrianised, and nice and quiet considering the number of people that are here. Okay, so as we walk through this pedestrianised sort of high street, you can see some Scandinavian Nordic art, a nice art piece with a water feature, and continuation really of the traditional style homes, very simple in their construction, and different restaurants and boutiques, and of course the surrounding residences are in a very simple traditional design, high sloping roofs and beige clad walls or bricks, and designed no doubt for turbulent weather and very cold conditions in the autumn and winter months. And a lovely period church with a nice open set of grounds and a schoolhouse in the distance. Let's go on over and take a look at the church, and we'll just go in now through this little tree lined entranceway to show this wonderful traditional period church. Isn't that lovely? Okay, and so on the way back to the ship now, you can see the little blue line on the ground still, and that's the directions up to the town, which we've shared with you in the lovely little church. And here on the way back there is a motor museum, most likely to be marine influenced, a nice and lovely maritime engines and motors, and a little cafe here where you can get yourself a nice bite to eat. And so we have come back to the port now, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you a beautiful shot of Celebrity Apex. Isn't she lovely? Our ship, our home for 11 days on our trip around Scandinavia, and we hope you've enjoyed the trip into the port today and into the town. It's a small density town, low population, about 8,000 according to the statistics. So nice and quiet, nice and sleepy, but a few things to do and see. And of course we're on the lovely Celebrity Apex, and here she is now in Skagen in the port. It's the first of our 5 stops on this beautiful ship on this lovely itinerary around Scandinavia. And we hope you've enjoyed today's video, our port tour of Skagen. We went downtown, we walked downtown, we didn't get the transfer, but we have shared some of the town with you in this low population density port. It was a fairly straightforward, easy walk down to the town, straight through these gates here, and there's a blue line very conveniently painted on the sidewalk, so you can find out exactly where you need to go by following the blue line. So we're back in the port now, and here's a lovely Celebrity Apex, and we hope you've enjoyed today's video of Skagen. And we've been down into the town, we've shown you the retail outlets and the main street, and a lovely little church and the port itself. So we hope that's been useful for you, and if it is, then thank you for investing your time in our video, and could we ask you please to consider liking and subscribing to our channel. It's through your subscription, which is entirely free, that this channel can grow still further, and it would be a pleasure to welcome you to the community that is Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. So that's been Skagen. This is Celebrity Apex on our 11-night cruise around Scandinavia. So we hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more, then check out our channel, Ray and Sue's Travel Channel, where you'll find a multitude of different videos covering ship tours, port tours, and offering up tips and advice. You'll also find individual playlists where you can centre in on a specific ship or a specific itinerary. And consider liking and subscribing to Ray and Sue's Travel Channel. It's free, and there's not a lot free these days, is there? Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye.